Hi, this is Ben with racegraphics.com, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about number kits and how you can design your numbers online using our online race car graphics designer. So first off, we're on the Dirt Late model, and this same tutorial is good for any of the cars on our website. So we're just going to talk about today the Add Numbers button. And there's two of them. There's one here on the main page, and there's also one, if you click on any view, you can click on the numbers. It's really going to give you the same experience on either one. You're just going to get one little extra feature if you do it out here. And I always recommend you start out here. If you know you just need numbers, you're probably going to want numbers for both sides, and you're probably going to want numbers on the roof of your car. If that's the case, then you'll definitely want to start here, because what we're going to do for you, we're going to place them in roughly the right size on the right spot on the car automatically, and that goes for any of our cars. So we're going to go right into the number wizard, and you can do two things here. You can just type your number, and you also might have a letter. If you have a letter, you can type it here also. So I'm going to type X, and then just hit next. So what's going to pop up here is just some suggestions of popular numbers and their fonts. So you can hit next through here and see the different types. And I'm going to go back a page, and I'm just going to pick a random one here, just this one. And then what it's going to give you next is going to give you some common styles you see, just various outlines and shadows already set up for you. All you really need to do is go in and change the colors of them, so you can get this cool look, but you don't really have to worry about getting in there and setting up the outlines yourself. So we'll pick this outline and shadow. Okay, and our car is red, so we'll just go ahead and change this to red. So that kind of gives us an idea how that's going to look, and you can see the colors kind of clash and get mixed together here. So we probably want to change some stuff around. So first off, it's probably the outline we want to change. So I'll go to Shadows and Outlines, and I've got an outline and a shadow enabled. So if I scroll to the bottom here, it looks like the outline is red. So let's change that to something else. Let's change it to blue. And we'll want to change the main color to maybe white. Okay, so that stands out a little bit better. And what you notice here is that the letter has kind of a draggable thing pop up here, cursor. So you can click that, you can move it around wherever you want, all over the page. It's up to you. You can also click letter here, and this edits the letter. It's the same controls that's on the number, but applies to the letter. And you have a few other options here. Let's click this up and make it bigger. Okay, and I want to place it right about there. That's where I want it. And you see here we can also slant it more. We can kind of tilt it over so it matches the slant. Okay, and you can kind of play around with some of the stuff in here. It's kind of self-explanatory. You can do, there's an easy outline, and then there's an advanced outline. The easy just gives you outline and shadow. The advanced lets you do however many outlines you want. You pick the thickness, you pick where it's supposed to set the shadow or outline. It's definitely for more advanced users, but it'll allow you to do just about anything as far as outline and shadows. The other important thing I need to mention on this page is that right now we're only printing all of our number kits, and the reason we're doing this is because it makes things much more simple on the production side. So when you order this, it's going to be one layer, it's going to be on air release vinyl, and it will basically look just like you see it on the screen. You're not going to get any reflective, metallic, or enhanced effects like you might expect if you were to pick something such as like chrome. So chrome will be printed. It won't be like a mirror finished chrome. So the reason we're doing that is We're just trying to keep things really simple right here on the start of the site, and the pricing is really complicated when you get 3 and 4 outlines of specialty vinyl, and there's a lot of considerations we have to make if we can even do it. So none of that is built into our site yet. If you really want something special, you need to contact us and see if we can do it. We might be able to, it just depends on what you need. So for now, keep that in mind when you design a number. It is just printed, and that will also gain you the benefit though of being easier to install, because the air release vinyl we use, it's the same vinyl we use in our wraps. It is really easy to install, and if you get any bubbles under your item, you can get them out really by hand. It's really great stuff to use. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to hit save, and you can see it's put the number right where we wanted it on both sides, and it's put it on the top. Okay, there it is on the top. Now, one common question we get a lot is that there's a lot of people that want their number slanted the opposite direction, and you can do that. So this is how you do that. So the left side, that looks right, that's slanted back. The right side though is not, it's slanted forward. So what we need to do is click in there to edit it. I'm going to click the number. You can see I have some controls here. I can drag this around. These buttons do the same thing. I can rotate it, arrange up and down. That moves the layers if I have multiple things. But what we want to do is hit edit. And it's really important. The first step you do here is uncheck this box. Update this design on each view. If you don't uncheck this, the change you make here is going to change all your numbers on your car. It's going to change them all. So if you slant it the other way, it's going to be slanted the other way on the top and the other side. So let's uncheck that, because we only want to change this side. And then we'll want to slant left. And what you're going to have to do is click. You're going to have to keep clicking. So I'm clicking. I've clicked about 15-20 times, and what that's doing, that's changing the tilt of this number. And you can see we're getting close. That looks pretty good. So now the letter's out of place, so just click it and drag it. And it's the same issue on it. Let's click letter, and let's click slant left. So I'm clicking here, and it's getting closer. It's getting closer. And that's pretty good to me. That's where I want it. And just click done. So now you've got one slanting one way and one slanting the other. And then the roof, that's up to you. You got to decide, do you want it slanting right, do you want it slanting left on the roof. The great thing, you could add the one you just made right here very easily. So I could go to my design library, click that version, done. Let's size it down a little bit. I'm going to grab this one and hit remove. Set that there and hit done. Boom, we're done. Just like that. And we'll click continue to see our proof. And there's our numbers. And once we click purchase, it's going to break it down just what we designed here. We've got one facing the right on the left side, and then we've got the left facing one on the right side and on the roof. And what you need to do is decide, are these sizes right for me? Are these going to fit on my car, or do I need to change the size to fit my car? So should you need to change the size here, you just hit specify size and type in the size you need. This picture won't change, but what will change is that we'll send you the size you put in here. Okay? And keep in mind that the size is the overall size. So you can see here I'm I'm just selecting this image, and there's a little box around it. So if you were to take a ruler and measure the width of this box, it would be this number, 41.59. It's the overall size, including the letter. The height, it's the same thing. It's the height of the whole decal, including the shadow, including the outline, everything. And I think that wraps up our number tutorial. If you have any questions, just send us an email or try out our live chat, contact@racegraphics.com. Thanks.